big thank you to Apollo Projects for providing the funding.
It's really helped our kids to have more opportunities.
Gaining the extra funding really goes a long way to providing opportunities.
We are low on the socioeconomic index, so our students haven't got $200 when we're going away for these trips.
Students often miss out on opportunities because of the financial commitment.
More often than not, the student has to give up their sport.
With the funding from Apollo Projects, we've been able to lower travel costs to allow more students to participate in secondary school competitions.
Your generosity has enabled us to enable these students to be able to play in these sports, be able to just be the best versions of themselves.
We're really grateful, and I cannot express that enough about how and what it means to us.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Want to catch a fuel bargain with Caltex and Supergold? Scan your Caltex app, Flybuys or Airpoints for 6 cents off per litre with Pumped. And show your Supergold card for an extra 2 cents off. Ah, feels good.
Since 2022, New Zealand Carbon Farming has been a partner in our School Sports Series, which is a collection of national sporting events that are held throughout New Zealand. They've also committed significant funding to help local schools and the communities that they're a part of so they can achieve more with their sport programs.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport and to promote sport in schools is hugely beneficial.
As a small rural school, obviously travel is an issue for us. We compete often in the Waikato.
We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel and cost of accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students.
Our students are in an area where money is tight and opportunities for them is minimal, so creating more opportunities at school for our students to participate in sport is what we're wanting to do.
So to be able to have the support of New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic this year.
We are very grateful for the funding. It's going to help a lot of our students here at Tikuti High School, especially one of our students, Callum Headley. He has made the New Zealand Kia Orahi team.
I'd just like to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for their support of the college. Without the support, we wouldn't be able to offer everything we do to the students.
Huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. Certainly the opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
Big thanks to New Zealand Carbon Farming for everything they've done for us. Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Here we go, lads! Alan. Let's go till shit, let's go.
Good option, good option.
How
are you, mate? How are you?
Here we go! Set the tone!
To be fair, this is
Set! He knows now, brother. Fucking mean scrum. What's touching? Coming down my line. Coming down my channel here. Stay with me. Well done. Wait, that's the energy left. What is it, Fred? Yeah.
Where's the tees?
Tees, Alex has got the tees.
Alex.
That ball's easy. Let's go, wait. Jump, let's get up. Good throw, Tommy. Yeah, let's go. Now we work. Let's go. Ready. What's the line? Hey, stop. Take a step. Eli, take a step back. Nice, Chris. Let's go, Jake! Watch out, we're coming! We're coming!
Sideline job now. Oh, something like that. Oh, so you're not the main actor. Not the main. It's a turn off. Always will be the main actor. Regardless of the show, that's it. Varsity request the buy this week. Say again, sorry? Did Varsity request the buy this week? Why they swapped that around? Oh, the second round was a little bit swapped. Oh, was it? To be fair, we had the buy after Takawa last week in the first round. What's swapped is the Maris, is the order from here in. Oh, okay. We went Kears, Maris, Cobb, I think, last time, and this time we got Kears, Cobb, Maris. Cobb was Maris at the buy now. Yeah. Never request anything. Nehi, drop! Yeah.
Just been informed that there's been a slight hiccup with the microphone. Looking now at the cameraman for a signal that you're actually picking this up. Okay. I'll just let my co-commentators chatter away on the other microphone that no one can hear. Meanwhile, I'll try and call what is an attacking scrum for Palmy boys. Scrum's been holding up really well. Hamilton boys have got a noticeably bigger pack. Comes out again through Tane Harvey's knocked over from the ankles and what was a pretty good shot really. Comes left. Palmerston Park driven back. Perhaps guilty of being a little bit high there. Play just partially obscured by the Hamilton boys bench, which is standing here in front of me, clearly excited by what they saw. My co-commentators are still chatting away. We've been standing here delivering world-class commentary into a dead mic, so our apologies. Yeah, we were just queried by someone watching as to whether or not there was commentary today, and can assure you that there is. So, no mai haere mai, folks. Welcome to Papai or Palmerston North. We're about 15 minutes into the first half, and what is a really tight contest. Both sides, a lot of energy. Palmy boys, Hamilton boys, both 2 wins from 2 games. Hamilton coming off a big win over New Plymouth, and Palmy boys with an equally impressive win over Hastings boys last week. 2 sides playing really good rugby, and we're seeing it here today. Hamilton boys down the back of the scrum. Oh, that's nicely played. Great tackle there from number 8, Alex Palazzo. Courage under fire. Play goes to the far side of the field, as we were saying earlier, into the dead mic. There is a bit of a breeze here today, folks, blowing right to left as you watch on your screens. Probably blowing about 10-15 k's an hour perhaps. Earlier on we saw Liam O'Connor have a shot from just inside the Hamilton boys half. He certainly had the distance pretty good indication of the assistance that the wind at the moment is giving. Now, introduce the other commentators that are bringing this coverage to you today. Rod Grieve, local real estate baron, Bailey's altogether better. I'll hand over to Rod to introduce the other two that we've got here today.
Kia ora, Tim and Whānau worldwide coming to you. Gibbs, great breakout. It's just as we're talking there, 15 right of Croswell locals making good inroads here, really in the red zone here against Hamilton Boys. Pass goes out here. Geez, Eli and Ryan out there. I tell you what, Ollie Barham out there. Geez, they're getting close, threatening the line. Deep inside the 22. Comes again, Logan Wallace carts it up there. Forwards looking to get over, blow over. Recycle out the backs. Here we go. Liam distributing. Skipper Tomlinson Park. Up the guts. Applying plenty of pressure on here. Can they convert? Nice work there. Josiah, good footwork. Here we go. Can they turn position and territory into points? Here we go. Another distribution out wide. Great defence from the visitors. Holding up. Palmy Boys looking to recycle. Keep the pressure on. Eli Erdenine driven back. The tackle. It's all go here. Thomason Park dives to the corner. Then he gets there. Try time! Try time! That would be a piru! Good piru! Nice work.
You know, that's a deserved outcome. Palmy Boys put all the pressure on Hamilton there. But he's equally. Man, that was awesome defence from Hamilton. A couple of tackles there that absolutely had to be made, or that try would have been scored a couple of phases ago. But that is a very good reward for sustained pressure from Boys High. Tricky kick here for Liam O'Connor, the left footer. A little bit of assistance, although, as I was saying earlier, the wind is not blowing out of that quarter. It's more right to left across the field. You'll get a bit of an assist. Gee, that was impressive. Those forwards manned up, Rod.
Yeah, was it ever. Glorious. Schoolboy footy. Liam O'Connor, here we go. Ends it in, looking good over here. Just waved away to the right. Good strike. So, yeah, with me today in Kamatua Timmy is a couple of captains of rural industry. We've got Jimmy Stewart, who pretty much leads the way at Huranui. Anything you want to know about IT and high tech, he's your man. Agritech, there we go. Agritech, there we go. Got to get it right. And then we've got Duncan Rowe, the John Dutton of Rongotea, and yeah, we're really lucky to have him. Duncan also knows a thing or two, about a thing or two when it comes to footy, and we'll be looking closely at their expert comments. So, Jimmy, kia ora.
Yeah, kia ora, Rod. It's good to be back on live this time. We've had a few technical issues earlier on in the commentary team, but we're back. Tom Elston Parks, what a well-deserved try there. He's been very busy out there this morning, as Tane Harvey, strong at number 12 so far. And but this has been a really good match-up so far. Quite a strong wind, like Timmy said, from right to left from our view. Great ground conditions too, so... And the skill level's been very good. Another big funner across the field. What a run. What a try. I missed a bit of that. Timmy might have a bit on that.
Well, that just shows you how ruthless this level of rugby actually is. That was one missed tackle resulted in a try, and dare I say it, the defence up until this point has been absolutely outstanding from both sides. Nehemiah Sewer won't be happy with that. He went a bit high, and then from that moment on it was a simple inside ball and a bit of a drag race to the line. I think that was Mac Russ, Hamilton Boys halfback, who's had an outstanding game so far. He is hobbling a little bit. I hope he wasn't hurt in the process of scoring that try, but that was excellent support play. One little slip up and there's a try at the other end of the field. Managed to just get inside or in behind the Palmy Boys defence there. This is Wyndham Patuawa. He's kicking straight into the wind. It's a good strike. And he puts that right through the middle. So somewhat against the run of play. Hamilton Boys take the lead 7-5. 2 shots a goal been missed by Palmy Boys and a penalty inside the first 15 minutes. So it was a long way out, but definitely reachable and definitely doable for Liam O'Connor, kicking extremely well. And that's what happens when you get the ball strike slightly wrong. That's that wind we were talking about a bit earlier, and really Liam O'Connor should have known better there. That's a disappointing outcome. Straight back to halfway for a Hamilton Boys scrum. Palmy Boys will not be happy with that score, with that try. They'll let a bit of pressure off. It'd be fair to say that up until that point, and certainly through the first quarter of this game, that's been Palmy Boys on top. Yet right now they're behind on the scoreboard. James, they'll be disappointed.
Yeah, they've got to shake that off now. They can't let it get to them, Palmy Boys, that is. After a strong start, and they've been having most of the territory, and to be down now on the scoreboard in an unforced error like that is disappointing, but they'll get back on it. Really good footing out there today. It's the driest I've seen it for a long time. Not that I've been here much lately, but left in the early 90s, the school, so it's can be a bit of a bog hole at times. What do you think, Dunk?
I think it just proves how important those first up tackles are going to be, aren't they, going forward from here, and these set pieces. If we can just start to get a little bit of dominance there at the scrum and then get those tackles like they were in the first 20 minutes. It's just all about pressure, isn't it? Another good scrum. Slipped another tackle, Hamilton Boys. And here we go, second try, just to the left of the upright. Well, that's exactly as you're saying. Dunk, those first up tackles, you miss one of them. Actually missed who scored that. Was that the fullback? Fullback with the initial break there, and again that inside ball and a straight race to the line, won by Hamilton Boys again. Jimmy said it, Palmy Boys have got to shake this off now. That was another dominant scrum, and as you saw, that Hamilton scrum going backwards, the distribution was immediately affected, but they recovered. That first up tackle was missed. And good pace. These Hamilton backs are fast.
They are, and Rangawai Lungovic, hopefully I've said that right, the last name, but he's been devastating out there. He's basically set those 2 tries up on his own by breaking that line, cutting through, offloading, and some really nice tries. So there's a bit of opening up in the defence there, and it's been strong so far, but just a few missed tackles, a few breaks, and it's changed this game around. So, and Palmy will be, like we say, disappointed because they've got this wind. They really want to use that a bit better. So a few kicks in the corner now. They need the territory, and then just look after that position.
Looking for the short, look at the short,
Yeah,
look
certainly.
at the short.
Hamilton Boys High applying a bit of pressure into points here, leading 14-5. And Boys High, the locals, Palmy Boys just need to sort of starch up on those first up tackles. Rangawai Lanovich at the back for Hamilton Boys, carving up in the field day. Here we go. For Hamilton Boys. Just playing the percentage as well, and the score is not really a reflection of what's been going on, I think. Palmy Boys have been making a good account of themselves, and it's just two missed tackles is 2 tries, pretty much. So here we are. Duncan, what's going to happen here?
Short line out. They go for a short line out. Palmy Boys going to a short line out. Straight to the front of the short line out. And Hamilton Boys are driving to the sideline and out over the sideline. I think the key now for Palmy Boys is not to panic. It's not all over yet. It's a long way to go. So we just need to consolidate again and get a bit of territory. And decision making too, perhaps, gents. I'm not sure that ball was the right one, so close to the line like that. And the Hamilton Boys now back out across their back line. Oh, that's good defence. Still stands in the tackle. Made pretty good ground there. Number 15, and what's happened there is the referee's picked up a little knock on by Hamilton, perhaps just a little bit eager. But yeah, look, Duncan, you're right. They've just got to consolidate. They've got to slow it down. They can't panic. 2 tries essentially against the run of play. And you know what? I actually put it down to that restart from Liam O'Connor, which immediately put Hamilton Boys back at halfway with the feed. Just these little mistakes that have let Palmy Boys down. Otherwise, it's been a really good effort. They'll be disappointed, but they've got to shake it off. They've just got to lock this back down. Good shove from Hamilton. Really good scrum, nice and stable. Here's Liam O'Connor. He is so good at getting through that first tackle. He's going to get down here, I think. Got a little bit isolated, and that can happen too. That enthusiasm that we see from time to time that can be so effective on attack can also result in a bit of isolation, and we saw that there. Liam O'Connor just getting a little bit isolated. Hamilton Boys again on the rampage. Shut down effectively by Palmy Boys. Again, they're going backwards a little bit there, Hamilton. Good D from Palmy Boys. Double skip. Certainly effective with getting that ball wide. The ball comes out towards the near side. Hamilton making good progress. Good encouragement from their bench, playing right in front of them. Good direct straight running. Palmy Boys on the back foot. Bit of a claim there of perhaps Eli coming off his feet, but again, Hastings is so quick. Give them a bit of room and they'll use it. And here they go again down the far side. I can't quite make out the number. It looked as though that may have been stripped. I couldn't quite get that, but Hamilton will get a penalty out of this. Another great attacking opportunity in a very dangerous part of the field from Palmy Boys' perspective. This will be a big test for the Palmy Boys defence. Hamilton go for the corner, probably around seven or so metres out from the Palmy Boys line. Keep this in the forwards, Rod, or will they send it out across the back line?
Well, the way they've been playing thus far, I'd say they're going to spread it, but I have made the odd mistake before. Remember once I said it was going to rain and you showered. Here we go. Out goes through. We've got the mobile Rotorua Palmer looking very dangerous. Here we go. Prime attacking opportunity here. Middle of the park. Back to the And there we go, can do it all. Wyndham Patawa, the old, the Whana Taka and a Whana Whakapiro. Whana Whakapiro, which is a drop kick.
Excellent, and I think, the marker is so clinical from Hamilton. That's the pass. They are sticking offloads. Been impressed with the captain, Ollie Mathis. A nice turnover earlier on that really gave back the possession to Hamilton, and then he was back in the line as the pass was going through. More of a conventional kick. Nice time for the forwards to get up there, but look at the strength here from Hamilton. And another thing we're seeing is the Hamilton boys are really getting their heads up. The bench is very vocal. They can sniff blood. So we're up into just past the 10 metre line. Good contest there in the ruck. So direct, running straight and hard. Good defence there, right on the 10 metre line. Bit of an overlap. Good turnover and a nice kick from the fullback, Croswell. Croswell's got that turnover and that's got them some good distance. This is what's needed, Tim.
Well, they're back in the right part of the field, aren't they? And with this wind, this is exactly where they need to be. I'm sure that come the second half, Hamilton will be using it to full effect. They've got to convert. They're down in the right part of the field. They've got to score some points here, Palmy. Not sure about that drop goal from Hamilton. They were hard on attack. Yep, got them 3 points. But equally, they may have ended up with 7 had they been a little bit more patient. Here's this rolling maul again, which was so effective earlier in the game. Palmy boys appear to have stopped it. And there's good pressure. Oh. And there's good pressure there from Palmy boys who end up with the ball and a great attacking opportunity. This will be a big test. Passing slightly too high there. Results in a pretty slow ball across in front of the posts. They're an equally excellent attacking opportunity here. Oh, there's good hands from those front row forwards. Good stuff. Palmy boys in the... that's good work. That's good defence from Hamilton. They've got to be given that credit there. That was excellent work and a prime attacking opportunity for Palmy boys goes begging. The Hamilton forwards will be very happy with that. Pressure on the ground. Pressure on the ground, and this will be a good opportunity for Hamilton boys just to get a bit of breath back here. They'll slow this down. And a defensive line out for Hamilton. Interesting to see what they do here. We're approaching half time. The back line's been working pretty effectively when they've managed to get good quick ball. Short line out. Just hold it, boys. They come together. Oh, that's been overthrown. It's been overthrown and nicely picked up. Tomlinson Park again in the thick of it. He can be trusted to present that ball perfectly, which results in excellent ball for Palmy boys. James Parkinson at centre. Part of that midfield combo that's been so effective. Oh. Liam O'Connor there, I think it was, in two minds. Tane Harvey under a bit of pressure. Look to relieve the pressure, probably the best option that they had, and that ball just bounces away and in the end nicely cleared. Well, the game appears to be opening up a little bit here. That was a little bit niggly, a little bit scraggly. Results in Palmy boys deep inside the Hamilton half. Gee, they'll be looking to get some points, James.
Oh, they really need some points to finish this half off. We must be getting pretty close to half time, but this is crucial. We just need to win that line out. But it looks... It's very competitive up there, but penalty. So this... we must be running down the clock here, I think. But they have, what, one more go? Yeah, one more go in the corner here. They need to go to half-time with a few more points, Palmy boys, especially after the... it was so close that first quarter anyway. Job one, they've won the line out. Mauling it up to the line. Looks like they've got this nicely under control as they crab through to the line. So it's dropped down there. They must be just inches from that line as they regain the possession. Just need patience here, Army boys, but equally the defence is strong. Well, there we go. A penalty, defensive penalty, so yeah, they'll be walking back to the sheds a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I think probably looking back, we've just got a little bit hairy-fairy, haven't we? And we look better when we're tighter and dragging their forwards in. The more we spread out, the more they spread out, and they're getting their big boys amongst there. And as soon as there's a turnover, then it's allowing Hamilton to unload to the big boys running at the middle of the field, where they look amazing. So, yeah, I think we just need to just tighten the whole thing. Tighten it up, but that was a try. We got that wrong. That was a try.
Rightio, we've called that wrong. I've called that wrong. Okay, so Peru. And there's the conversion. So they'll be going back to the sheds with a little bit of spring in their step after getting some points at the end there. Big apologies, very unprofessional of us here. But myself, I'll take responsibility of that, like any good politician would.
Destined for politics, Jimmy. Kia ora whānau. Welcome to half-time here, Palmerston Boys High versus Hamilton Boys High. 10-17 to the Hamilton boys leading, and here we have, Timmy.
Well, I just walked away from the team there for a moment.
A big thank you to Apollo Projects for providing the funding.
It's really helped our kids to have more opportunities. Gaining the extra funding really goes a long way to providing opportunities.
We are low on the socioeconomic index, so our students haven't got $200 when we're going away for these trips.
Students often miss out on opportunities because of the financial commitment.
More often than not, the student has to give up their sport.
With the funding from Apollo Projects, we've been able to lower travel costs to allow more students to participate in secondary school competitions.
Your generosity has enabled us to enable these students be able to play in these sports, be able to just be the best versions of themselves.
We're really grateful, and I cannot express that enough about how and what it means to us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Want to catch a fuel bargain with Celtics and Supergold? Scan your Celtics at Flybys or Airpoints for 6 cents off per litre with Pumped.
You get paid!
And show your Super Gold card for an extra 2 cents off. Ah, feels good.
Since 2022, New Zealand Carbon Farming has been a partner in our School Sports Series, which is a collection of national sporting events that are held throughout New Zealand. They've also committed significant funding to help local schools in the communities that they're a part of so they can achieve more with their sport programs.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport and to promote sport in schools is hugely beneficial.
As a small rural school, obviously travel is an issue for us. We compete often in the Waikato.
We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel and cost of accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students.
Our students are in an area where money is tight and opportunities for them is minimal. So creating more opportunities at school for our students to participate in sport is what we're wanting to do.
So to be able to have the support of New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic this year.
We are very grateful for the funding. It's going to help a lot of our students here at Te Kuiti High School, especially one of our students, Callum Headley. He has made the New Zealand Kia Ораhi team.
I'd just like to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for their support of the college. Without the support, we wouldn't be able to offer everything we do to the students.
Huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. Certainly the opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
Big thanks to New Zealand Carbon Farming for everything they've done for us. Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
The rugby's been played to a very high standard, and we've come to expect that from these Super 8 matches. The thing I really like about it, Rod, is that these players are prepared to chance their arm, aren't they? They back themselves, they see a bit of a gap, they go for it. Equally, if they notice an opportunity somewhere else, a little gap in behind the defensive line, they're prepared to go with the little chips and back themselves and take the gap. It's great to watch.
Outstanding, absolutely, word for word, all the above. And that chap Rangawai, 15 for Hamilton Boys, he's got more toe than a Roman sandal. He's been impressive, but as has a number of the Ollie Mathis, the skipper and the boot of the scrum there at 8, and Mac Russ, halfback, distributing the pill, and try also to 6 Liam Sturm in the first half. Here we go, second half underway. Palmerston North Boys High kick off. Here we go. The Hamilton Boys looking to put the up and under the Gary Owen midfield. Knocked on. They'll be happy about that. Spreading it out wide to the wing here, the left wing side. Mac Russ, off it goes out the back, keeping on the forwards. Looking to recycle the pill. Here we go, turnover to the locals. Here we go, gets the run of play. Infringed. What happened there, Jimmy?
It must have been hands and somewhere where it's not meant to be. But anyway, this gives Hamilton the first chance to clear out of their half and use this wind. So, look, it's a very fast track out there. So equally, each side can run this from wherever. So it only takes one break. So both teams are very much in this. It's
here we go, speed boys.
Very good. So.
Quick scan, Josh.
So we're up into the 22 now. Hamilton's ball.
This is that part of the field that favours the breeze. I'd be surprised if we see quite a lot of this. That's been overthrown again, so a bit of a let-off. There's Tom Ilston Park. You don't want to let him go. He's fast. Eli outside. This is great play from the two combining. Eli again steps. This is a hooker. Oh, he may have just lost that forward, did he? Did it come off his foot? No. The ref's got his arm out. Gee, that's great play. Tom Ilston Park, so quick through the gap. Beautiful offload to Eli Unrin. We know how quick he is. He is just so effective on both sides of the ball, and by that I mean defence is excellent, as you've seen. Very physical, prepared to take on the attacking line as it comes at him, and equally when he's got the ball in hand, well, he's devastating, as you saw just then. A little bit fortunate there, Hamilton.
Yeah, well, I might have missed the call on the try earlier on, but I did say it was a fast track, and they are fast out there. Tom Ilston Parks, Eli Oderin, wow, that was fast and straight up the guts. Putting Hamilton under pressure. Rod's selling some more property by the look of this next to us.
Yes, Team Kenan Fetu, Tino Omar. Great run there too by Tom Ilston Park. And inside pill to Eli Eden Ryan, showing some great gas. And applying pressure, just injury break here. We're not too sure. We think that might be the skipper, is it? Getting a bit of the magic water, the magic rub.
I think out of this, the confidence is probably lifted now from Palmy. They know they can get up there. They know they can hold it. That ball did stick for most of that. So, yeah, this is a really a big confidence lifter, and now they're on attack.
It's got more energy, isn't there? I mean, we've seen Palmy boys a bit guilty of letting that energy level drop for 15 minutes or so in the first half. It takes a few periods of play like what we've just seen to get that energy level back up, and we're seeing that now. It's a nice take. This is great. Oh, no-look pass, perhaps a little no-look pass was too high. That's another let-off for Hamilton. Palmy boys will be disappointed. Now they're on defence.
You know that pass would have stuck in practice. They know what they're doing. It just didn't stick then. O'Connor back. There's a great kick over. Here they go, right in front of the grandstand here. There's regaining again. Here we go, pass. Oh, look at that, that is brilliant. He's got an overlap, but he looks like he's in there, surely. He's in. What a great try. That was from Simmons. Wow. That has just turned the game around. I did call it a try, not a penalty.
James called that one correctly. I was a little bit closer to the action here. James might have been obscured. I actually thought he'd knocked that on in the process of scoring the try, but Matty McEwen, the referee, is one of the best we have here in the Manawatu. He was right there. He had no hesitation. The arm went up, try. And again, I think that is really good and very just reward for what has been an excellent period of play from Palmy boys. They're playing into this breeze, which has just started to blow a little harder. That'll be great for the confidence. Rod has just launched one of his drones, which is up above, right, looking right down on top of us here, and over and behind Rod I see Peter Lamp, who's one of Manawatu's veteran journalists. Very knowledgeable, educated observer of rugby in the Manawatu for, I think, about 75 years.
Here we go. Change of kicker here for the conversion attempt. Callum Gallery. Here we go, swung away a bit short to the right-hand side. So, yeah, Palmy Boys High, great try there. Lovely run by Tane Harvey, and then try by Josiah Simons, the right wing. So now Boys High, the locals trail 15-17. We're in for a contest.
That was a fantastic try from Palmy. Now we've just got to look at securing this kick-off. Nice. Moving across in front of the sticks now. And it's a great run from a number 8. Goes to ground. Midway, halfway, 22. Just going up the blind side now. And this is good from Boys High now. A set of platform. And penalty Boys High. That's great play, and we're back to halfway again.
Oh, Rodney called the offside from miles away. That was impressive.
Real feature of the Palmy boys play. You will see the 7 and 8 standing deep in the back line, used to really good effect. I tell you what, I've been impressed with Logan Wallace so far, Rod. Boys High prop, very, very industrious. Is known for his work ethic, work rate around the field. Perhaps overthrown a little bit there, trying to compensate for that breeze. Actually went down the Hamilton boys side of that line out. It was always going to be difficult. Hamilton in the centre of the field. Just going backwards a little bit here, Hamilton. They'll be looking to try and penetrate this defence, which has been excellent. 2 knock-ons there. First knock-on from White. Hamilton ball. Scrum back. Yeah, they have, Rod. Rod's commenting in the background here that scrums have looked really solid. We're going to come back for the White knock-on in the line-out. Matty McEwen letting play go there a little bit. He's had an excellent game too so far, the referee. He's really allowed and facilitated an open running game of rugby. We're going to get an excellent look at this scrum. Really good push from Palmy boys. It's excellent stuff. They're so quick, those Hamilton backs. They make good effect, even though they were going backwards. Right on halfway, Hamilton ball. Solid defence, making no ground there. Palmy boys coming through, off his feet, penalty. That's quite damaging. He makes good ground there. That's over 20 metres now inside the Palmy boys half off the penalty. Quick tap. He's guilty of going a little bit high there in the tackle. Quick ball. Hamilton hot on attack. Palmy boys offside. Matty McEwen has got the hand out advantage. Hamilton. Oh, good little skip. Nice little double round. We'll come back for the penalty, and I'd say this would be 3 points. 3 points, you reckon, James, or are they going to keep the pressure on?
I think you'd take the points, wouldn't you, Rod? I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, I think they're going against what we say, but they're going for the corner. Both teams are really up defensively, quite flat. So there's been a few offsides just in the last 5-10 minutes, which probably comes from the top to say get that defence up. So this is a good opportunity here for Hamilton. Duncan will run us through the technical run through this next play.
So Hamilton, they've just got the rolling maul on here. They've just gone the blind to their blind side. He must be very close. They're just pretty content on hitting it up in close here at the moment. Nice tackle. The ball's at the back. Having another crack. Hold him up, boys. Hold him up. Hold him up. The ball's at the back of the ruck now. Hamilton's still in control. Still controlling it, still controlling it. Getting very, very close. Back to the blind side. And try time. Hamilton. Unfortunately, that goes back to the missed line out back here. On the Hamilton side of halfway, about 5 minutes ago, doesn't it? And then from there, Hamilton just been on attack. That's exactly what we were talking about. It doesn't take much. In that instance, a missed line out. Good use of the wind from Hamilton. They kept their composure. They got down into the Palmy boys' red zone, and rather than taking the 3 points, they knew they had the squeeze on, put the ball out, tight line out, create the space, come open. Try time. Been really impressed with this one. Wyndham Patuawa. He's been the linchpin for this attack. He's been the one that's unlocked the potency of those large outside backs for Hamilton. Most notably Rangiwai Lundrovic. He won't be too phased with this kick. He's about 6 metres in off the sideline. We've got a pretty good view here, looking right down the sticks. Wind blowing right to left. He's looking to put it just outside the right hand upright. Started well, ended well. Lovely kick. Wyndham Patuawa. Take a bow, playing extremely well for Hamilton. He's been a real standout for me so far, Wyndham Patuawa. And as you were saying just then, right, a bit of a momentum shift.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I thought Palmy boys started that first half pretty well, and just capitalised the Hamilton boys on that. A couple of errors, and here we are. So another converted try to Hamilton boys puts them 24-15 up over Palmerston North Boys High. Here we go. Wyndham Patuawa, the try scorer, and the whana whakaho, which is conversion. Exits safely here to the right-hand touch. Far side, I'd say the breeze, as predicted by John Duncan Rowe Dutton, has picked up slightly in the second half here. I think it's now picked up to a gentle, maybe 10 knots. Here we go, Palmerston North Boys High, look at Tane Harvey, good right foot step, charges up the front, making good yardage. Here we come, Ollie Barham takes it up, good run from him. Palmy Boys High looking to recycle over the pill. Callum Gallery out to Liam. Thomaston Park out the chain. Tane Harvey again. 18 reserve. Good run there from Josiah Simons, I think it was, on the left wing. Enterprising play. Prepared to give the ball a bit of air, which is always good to see. Here we go. So we've got a reserve on. Mitch Swan has come on at halfback for Mac Russ, the Hamilton boys. He's going to feed the scrum here. Defensive scrum just halfway between 10 metre 22 Hamilton boys territory. Here we go. The Palmy boys scrums looking very strong. Here we go. Out the back to Hamilton boys. Long raking punt. And a very, very good kick there from... I think it was from Rangawai Lundrovic, 15. So here they are, back down again in Palmerston North Boys High territory, halfway between, pretty much on the 22.
Elbow.
Duncan, what have we got here, mate?
What we had was a magnificent kick for a start, wasn't it? And that has just heaped the pressure on Palmy boys now. Now we've just got a front up here. And one. straight out in front.
Alex Arnold over the ball, got the penalty. What do they do here? They must be looking at the post this time. They're up a bit now, and no, he's going for the corner, is he? Or not? He hasn't made the call yet. He is. He's going for the post. So, look, that's just sensible, clever rugby. They kicked a nice corner kick, and now they've got time to. They've got a bit of a lead on the board, so why not convert 3 points? It's an easy 3 points.
Easy 3. Alex Arnold over the ball. 3 points for his team. Well, I think it's probably fair to say that Hamilton are making better use of this breeze, Rod.
Yeah, certainly making better use of the breeze, making better use of the pill, and taking advantage of every opportunity coming their way. That's what we were saying earlier, and this is what it's about. It's just those little 1%ers, turning profit into points. Okay, Liam O'Connor to restart. Good nudge, and looks as though the ball's gone to ground here. Loose pill and knocked on by Hamilton Boys, so that's a scrum inside the 10 metre for Palmerston North Boys High. So, as predicted, very stern examination for the locals here against Hamilton Boys. Pinnacle of schoolboy rugby here in Aotearoa. So here we go. Interesting. The scrum looks as though we've got a replacement 21 Lave Miller's on. Palmerston North Boys High, one of the reserves, and also Cooper Fennell at halfback. Cooper Fennell, here he goes. Feeds it out to Liam O'Connor. 15. Loses the regathers. Looks as though Hamilton Boys might have been a bit offside there. Here we go. Penalty awarded to Palmerston North Boys High School. Liam O'Connor to make some territory over towards the old grandstand. Is it the Errol Brookie or the Coke in Cahoon grandstand, Jimmy?
I think it is.
You would have spent a bit of time in behind that grandstand back in your day, wouldn't you, Rod?
Yes, I was trying to rescue Duncan before he got in too much trouble, but it wasn't always successful. Here we go, Thomaston Park off the side of the scrum here, looking to attack in the red zone. Here we go, Tane Harvey out to the back, Liam O'Connor out to 15. Jeepers, is he going to get it away? No, couldn't quite get it away. Right across, or had a ball and all tackle. 18 for Boys High. Quinn Sturmey's on the park here. Cooper Fennell looking to shift it out wide. Here goes Logan Wallace. He's been prominent all day for the locals. Palmy Boys looking to recycle the pill. Here it comes out here now to Jacob Booth. Good cut, just loses the pill in contact there. Hamilton Boys come away looking to exit their 22. And there we go. Great kick and out. One bounce for 4, as they say in cricket. But here we go. So that'll be a line out throw to Palmerston North Boys High. Midway between 22 and 10 metre. Duncan, short, medium, long. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, with a win like this, it's just they all should be short for mine. But I just think if we go back to that last passage of play, there was some magnificent play there. There was some beautiful passing, some beautiful hands. And it was, for a start off with a good line-out win, then a couple of good hit-ups. Here we go now. Just got to keep it simple and hold the pill, don't we? Nice little kick out the back there. Turnover, Hamilton ball.
That's around the neck, sir.
Once again, anything loose, Hamilton are brutal. I think the rest going for his pocket, in the Rod.
Big Daddy. Warm up. Tom Martin. Tom, warm up.
Yellow card, Tim. Yellow card. If you're going to do that, you got to make a better effort. That to my mind was a silly play. Very obvious, even from the other side of the field where we're standing. And referee Matty McEwen, no hesitation whatsoever. So a disappointing outcome. Palmy boys losing their composure a little bit. And it must be frustrating. We were talking about this earlier. Duncan was talking about that excellent passage of play from Palmy boys. Slightest of errors, punished with this breeze behind them. Immediately Hamilton back down into the right end of the field from their perspective. They're playing good rugby, Hamilton. Palmy boys perhaps guilty at the moment of letting their composure slip a wee bit. Still plenty of time. Both sides still very much in this contest. Palmy boys just need to lift that energy level again, get their forwards working up the middle. They know what can happen if Hamilton get the slightest sniff. And with this breeze, it doesn't take much to get back down into this area of the field where they are right now. It's potentially another easy 3 points. The scoreboard pressure starting to mount on Palmy boys. But they're still in it. They've got to score next though.
Straight through for that, and that's another 3 points. It's interesting, we're standing just behind the Hamilton bench, and they were very quiet early in the second half when it got very close. But the last 5-10 minutes, they're up, very vocal, got their heads up. They can sense that they're starting just to get a bit of dominance in this latest spell. So I think Palmy once again have got to lift their heads up again and get back to basics and not panic.
Living off our scraps, as Duncan quite rightly just said, which will be frustrating for the home side. They know that sun right into the catcher's face there. Good run, elusive. Again, they find a bit of space, but the ball goes to ground there. I'm not sure if that went forward. Referee certainly hasn't signalled it, but here's this little tactic. Again, it's been great kicking. Been really good kicking. And once again, we're down in the wrong end of the field from Palmy's perspective. That was Mac Russ, I think, there. Just a little kick over the top, and again, it was perfectly weighted. I think I've seen Eli throw the ball in from exactly where he is now about 3 or 4 times in the last 5 minutes. The Cooper Furnell disrupted there. They came through that line out really effectively, Hamilton. They've got Palmy boys on the back foot again. Little error. Will it be punished like the rest of them have? That defence has been holding up really well. There's Tom Elston Parks. He's been everywhere today. Leading from the front like a good captain should. He's popped up everywhere, and I tell you what, a couple of times they've needed him. But again, the frustration that we're feeling here on the sideline, you can almost see it. It's palpable amongst the Palmy boys team. They'll be frustrated giving Hamilton the opportunities that they've given them. Equally, they're not out of it. Their scrum has been one of the more impressive parts of the Palmy boys game today. Forwards coach Bruce Hemara. Palmy Manawatu legend, iconic Turbo, Māori All Black. Was watching them warm the boys up before the game in the scrum, and they were up for it. And you've seen that. I think both sides will know they've been in a game of rugby. Chatting with one of the Hamilton assistant coaches a few moments ago, made the comment that this is the sternest test that they've had this season. Although the scoreboard is now firmly against Palmy Boys, it has actually been quite an even contest. A few mistakes from Palmy Boys being the only difference. Here's a good solid scrum. Cooper Furnell. Lovely pass. Great work from Liam O'Connor. He's so dangerous. Nice ball. Yeah, isolated him there. Oh, feet went up off the horizontal. They've got to be careful. Cooper Furnell under pressure does well. Liam O'Connor right down the middle of the field. Very deliberate. Good attacking opportunity, or good hands. Good hands again. They're opening up out wide. Good defence. Good defence. Oh, that's good play. Oh, he's going to get penalised for that. Referee, we're just looking to ascertain exactly what. Time off. Time off. Quite sure what's going on here. A bit of an injury breakout in the middle of the field, but looking to the referee to see exactly what's going on. He's called a high shot above the sternum. So pause. A bit of an injury break gives both sides the opportunity to have a bit of a breather. Both sides can hold their heads high at this stage. They've both played really well. Hamilton just edging ahead over the last few minutes. Scoreboard pressure, sternum tackle. Sternum tackle. There's just a bit of a debate going on here as to exactly where the sternum is. Well, no comment, but look, as expected, Hamilton Boys have again put the ball deep into Palmy Boys territory. It's another great attacking opportunity while my colleagues continue to debate the proximity of the sternum, location of the sternum. Leave them to that while we watch another attacking line out from Hamilton Boys, deep in Palmy Boys territory. They'll be wanting to keep them out here. Tom Elston Park, industrious as ever. Rolling mauls actually work pretty well for Hamilton. They're pretty well drilled. Palmy Boys, penalty. Accused of taking that down. Hamilton go wide, quickly and wide. There's space out there. Yes, try's been awarded right over the far side. They took that quickly. That was just a simple through the hands play from Hamilton. Liam van der Hayden. Well, take a bow. That was an opportunity, extremely well taken, and now the scoreboard does start to look a little difficult for the Palmy Boys from here, but equally they've got the opportunity to finish out the game strongly, and I know that is exactly what they'll be trying to do. They've got very high standards and they expect those standards to be met. They'll be looking to finish this game strongly. Hamilton making changes now. Number 3, Jake Rabbits. He can have a well-earned rest. Palmy Boys started this half really well, and I think they would have had a very high level of confidence 10 minutes into this half that actually it was game on. The scoreboard's just eased out from them now, 35-15. As I said, they'll be looking to finish strongly, James.
Yeah, they will. I think Hamilton's just had that intensity right through and fed off a few scraps and converted it to points. So that and A nice high kick. Yeah. Cross kick using the wind again. That one stayed in field. Wingers having a nice run, but once again they're up there in numbers. Going across field and keeping the attack going up to the halfway line now. Recycling the ball. They just need patience here. Just set it up. Get there in numbers. They've been a bit light in some of these rucks. Once again out to this right winger. That's Kruger getting busy out there. Sorry, wrong. Josiah Simons. Ilston Parks again. Making some really good room, and there's a bit of a sigh of disappointment from the grandstand as it goes out. Just up into just past the 10 metre or towards the 22. So, yeah. A few good plays out here for Josiah Simons. I got the wrong name and again, Timmy, so sorry.
We can only but try, James. I'm sure the audience will be very forgiving. It's not the easiest thing to do when us part-timers show up and try and call a game and learn the names. James just advises me actually got the wrong team. One team's white, the other team's black and crimson. Ilston Parks out wide there, just again demonstration of his pace. He's had an excellent game for the home side. So a rare incursion into the Hamilton boys half. Pretty good attacking opportunity. Cooper Fennell, ball in hand, watching Cooper play his rugby over the years. Good to see him out here and representing his school. Taken off the back. Oh, again, just guilty again of a little mistake. And all of that good work undone. All of that good work undone. Plays just obscured by what I think is the Hamilton second 15 have been enthusiastically supporting their top team. That's really unfortunate there. Just under 5 minutes. 5-minute warning from the referee. Again, a little mistake in the midfield, and here we go again, gentlemen. We find ourselves, or Palmy find themselves deep in their own half, and once again hard on defence.
Yeah, they're just so quick on that counter attack, aren't they? And any loose ball, they're off, and yeah, that's where they look their strongest. They're a very good side, and the boys' side now have just got to hold them out. Just don't let them score. I think it's going to be crucial for them going forward. Oh, it's good defence in there again. Hamilton's still on attack. Just run hard and straight all day, haven't they? Here he is, the big boy. I think be a knock on from Hamilton. Offside. Penalty to Hamilton. About 15 out from the try line. What's going to happen here, Rod?
Well, they'd have to nudge it when they follow the touch line and Go for another try. Oh, here we go. Tap and go. Forget all the above. Here we go. Out the wide. Out to the left-hand side. Runga wide. Out to the 13. Looking really strong and dangerous. Have they gone on the corner? And they have. Pedal time to Hamilton Boys High. So that takes them now to 40 points to 15 with the conversion. The whana whakaho to come, which is a conversion, I understand. They're getting a lot of nods and winks, and let's all go here at the show. And so 40 points to 15, Hamilton Boys High, kick to come. What a game it has been. Palmy boys will be taking a lot out of this game. It's only been a handful or so of little slip-ups which Hamilton boys have pounced on, and but for large chunks and periods of the game, they've certainly held themselves well to account. Scrum's been good, line-out's been pretty reliable, and there's been some good performances across the park. But as we kind of expected, Hamilton boys have brought everything they've got to this match, and through the starting 15, the reserves, they've all come on and added a little bit of magic and been strong across the park today. And there we go, conversion just hits the left-hand upright, shutting left, so here we are, kick to come. How mustn't be much time left on the clock here, fellas. No, couple of minutes. Duncan, bring us home, mate.
Yes, well, here we go. Last couple of minutes, I would suspect. And wouldn't it be great just to see Palmy boys finish with a flurry? Knock on from Palmy boys. Advantage to Hamilton. What's going to happen here?
Penalty Hamilton, so once again they'll finish this game with the possession, no doubt. We might be it, or one more play, last play. So yeah, both two very good teams out there, and I think Palmy boys have had a very good scrum today, and at times the attacking's been just simply superb. But Hamilton, just their passes have all stuck, and they've really fed off any scrap, any mistake. Very direct, very big, very powerful running. And as I say that, they drop the ball. So that's it. So, that's rugby for you. Very entertaining, high points scoring game of rugby. Dry weather, good skill, but one team had to win it.
I think it's probably a pretty fair outcome. Hamilton at the end, too good. I think they did deserve to win the game. I'm not sure that the scoreboard reflects the true nature of the contest. It was perhaps a little bit closer than what the scoreboard indicates. But a really interesting and ultimately enjoyable game of rugby. We are going to, I think, try and get the thoughts of the two captains, who I'm sure will offer another level of insight at Palmerston Park. And Ollie Mathis, I'm sure Ollie, the winning captain, will be pretty happy with their performance. Equally, I think all those boys out there will know they've been in a game of rugby. Really physical. Some excellent defence. Both sides had some periods of really good attacking rugby. And I think if a couple of those balls had stuck, if a couple of those mistakes hadn't been made, the scoreboard would be a lot closer. But equally, Hamilton deserved winners here in Palmerston North today. It's been a great day for running rugby, and I think that's what we saw. really impressed with those Hamilton backs. I know, and talking to the respective coaches, Hamilton coaches earlier on, a couple of those boys certainly earmarked for higher honours schoolboy representation. As the two teams now come together after what's been 80 minutes of really hard rugby, ultimately really good rugby. I think both teams can hold their heads high. The two captains making their way over. Tom Helston Park, Ollie Mathis. Good to see them both come through fit and well. Both had excellent games individually. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Ollie, I might go to you first as the visitor and winning captain. Your thoughts on the game? How was it out there?
It was pretty physical. I think as soon as we found out we were playing Palmy, we knew we were in for a hard one, and yeah, it's exactly what we thought it was, just hard-fought battle.
Where do you think you had the advantage? From the sideline, it looked as though it was a pretty even contest.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Yeah, I think it was real even. Probably bounced the ball. Helped us that. It
just seemed you took your chances. I think Palmy boys may have given you the odd opportunity, but you must be proud of the way your team stuck those chances, took the opportunities as they presented them, sometimes against the run of play, but the scoreboard doesn't lie at the end of it, does it?
Yeah, I think we talked about that all week, just pouncing on our opportunities, and yeah, pretty proud of the boys.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your comments. Tom, your thoughts, mate? Tough loss, but equally both sides can hold their head high.
Yeah, no, it was an incredibly physical game out there. Probably our toughest of the season when you were in for it, coming up against the world champs. But, you know, they just capitalised on our mistakes, and I think it was a pretty even contest, but they just executed perfectly on our when we were down and when we made our mistakes. So, yeah.
Was there any moment of the game that you felt that perhaps it was slipping away from you, or did you feel like you were in it right the way through?
Yeah, late in the second half, we sort of dropped our discipline, and we started giving away penalties, and then the contest sort of slipped away out of our hands, but that's rugby, I suppose.
Yeah, from the sideline it looked as though perhaps the way in which Hamilton were able to capitalise on your mistakes sort of perhaps led to a bit of frustration in the ranks.
No, it was just discipline. We were sort of a few of the boys just getting a bit frustrated, and it showed on the field, but yeah.
Must be pleased with the way the scrum held up.
Yeah, happy with our scrum. We've been working on it pretty hard, and happy with our line-outs, our set piece. We're pretty happy with just the spot up D that we need to fix up, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think everybody on the sidelines thinking you can go into the sheds with your head held high, but you know you've still got a lot of games to play this season. What do you take away from this game, and what do you take into the next one?
Yeah, a lot of learnings. Coming into New Plymouth on Thursday. Just around our D and how we're going to execute some of our moves. But yeah.
All right, mate. Well, it's good to see you both come through the game fit and well, and wish you best of luck for the rest of the season. Travel well back to Hamilton, Ollie, and Tom. All the best, mate.
Cheers.
You'd like to wrap this one up for us, Rod?
Yeah, well, I think it's all been said, Tim, and well spoken to by each of the captains, their respective captains. Great example for schoolboy sport, and yeah, congratulations to Hamilton boys. Really solid, and just ooze class across the park. And it was only a handful or so of sort of slip-ups, really, missed opportunities, and at Hamilton boys, they capitalised every single time. So well played to them, and wish them all the very best for the rest of the season. To the locals, Tom Helston Park will be proud of his boys, as he rightfully said. They, for large periods of the game, were very competitive, if only for the odd little error, discipline, etc. But look, they'll be pleased with their performance, and that will give them enough to work on for the rest of the season. So all in all, a great running spectacle of schoolboy rugby here in mighty Manawatu, Mecca, Palmerston North Boys High School. Thanks again to those that have tuned in, and thanks must also be afforded to the dream team of the Manawatu Alternative Commentary Collective. We've got the Kaumatuas of rural industry. Again, thanks to Jimmy, Bones, Stewart, and Duncan. John Dutton of Rowville out there in Rongotia, and also to Tim Myers, captain of rural industry, and Bailey's. Altogether better, doing it our way for you.